Hey, what's up YouTube? This is being recorded just after I finished the first part of my turtle wall, the Leonardo part, and I've just got a couple of things to say. So the first things first, I had no idea that it would take this long. I figured it'd probably take about half an hour each part, but the way that I've done it maybe it's just the fact that it is quite a large project, it's like an hour, maybe even over. The raw footage would indicate that it's going to be about an hour-ish, but after it's edited out, maybe slightly less, maybe slightly more. I will add, I think that it's very easily followable, I hope. I've tried to go slow, I've tried to put the pausing in. It's a different tutorial style just because of how big it is, but I think it is actually followable. I wouldn't have bothered making this, I wouldn't even bother putting this up other than the fact that people have asked for it. I don't suspect that I'll be making the other three, but if this gets enough support, I'll make the other three, but I just don't think it will. I imagine very few people will actually do it because it's going to take 4 hours, I imagine, for the whole thing to be made. This is an hour, the other three are, one's a little more complicated, one's not, one's about rough complexity. It's going to be about 4 hours, so that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Sorry that it takes so long. I knew it'd take a long time. I'll make the others if you want. It's actually relatively followable, and that just sums up everything that I've just said. Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm bringing you something that's been a long time coming. I'm going to start tutorialing my turtle wall here. Ever since I made my 175 plus pixel art video, I think it's 175, I've been asked intermittently to start working on this, start tutorialing it, and I always said that once I found a smart way of actually making a tutorial for it, then I'd do it. But unfortunately that time's never came. I've never found a much better way than how I'm going to do it. So I'm obviously going to split the video into 4. Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Donatello, left to right. As a side note, if I were you, I'd rearrange them probably myself, but I didn't think about that at the time. And secondly, I'm gonna tutorial it. I've not done it this way before, but I know a lot of people have. I'm just gonna make it in front of I'm gonna just like build it up in front of the section that I'm making. Like I said, I've not done it before, and I hope that it's actually a viable way of doing it. I don't see why it wouldn't be, an effective tutorial. I've always liked making stuff from scratch, but hopefully this will work out nicely. So, shall we start? Let's start on Leonardo. So it really doesn't use that many colours, and there's a lot of blank space, so hopefully it won't take a retarded amount of time. All you're going to need: black wall, dark green, lime green, dark blue, and do you need white? Yeah, you need white, and that is pretty much everything for this little section. Alright, so since you're not starting with what I'm starting with, what you want to do is, I did get a few handy little notes up here. When you're ready to start, once you've got all of your colours and such, what you want to do is you want to start off with 32 green wool in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So you want to start off with that as your little baseline. And what I did on the original here, I kind of built up this green bit so that I'd know whether I went wrong or not. So on the most right green block that you'll have, you want to build it up by 43, just going vertical. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. So it wants to be a grand total of 44 high, but obviously since you're already stacking it on top of the single row, you want to go up by 43. And you can see, and you might be able to see why I've done that. It just comes to the bottom of his sword, so you know that you've done it right if it matches up with the line. So the easiest way to do this is going to be doing it in a certain well, there's like I said, there's a lot of blank space, so we're gonna do Leonardo, and we'll probably kind of do it color based. So we'll try and put in all of the black, and we'll try and do like the whole hand first, and then the sword, and you know, I'll see how it ends up, but yeah. You might wanna. What I'm gonna do is the left row. So starting from the left here, and just going across, you want to do 3 lime green, 3 black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dark green, 1 black, 1 lime wool, 1 green wool, 1 black wool, and then you can leave it at that. On top of the right black wool here, you just want to go 2 up with the black, 2 left with the black, 1 down with the black, then 1 lime green wool in the middle there. This might work out nicely because I suppose you don't have to wait for me if you're kind of ahead, and you can kind of see what's coming next and prepare, I guess. But on top of the middle black here, you want to go up by 1, 2, 3 with the black. And then you want to do one block away from the bottom to the right. You want to go up with the black by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of, you can see what's supposed to be as well. That's kind of useful. And then you want to go left 2, and then you want to build up these 2 blocks by 2, 1 here. I'm also going to try and go relatively slow, obviously, and I'm going to try and pan out as much as I can and make sure that you're actually getting it. So you want to have that. Then from the bottom corner of here, you want to do 3 bottom left diagonals. 1, 2, 3. And then you want to go to the left by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then under the 3 middle blocks here, the 3 middle black, you want to do 3 black blocks underneath like that. And then what you want to do is, this line of 5 here, you want to start from the left, and you want to go up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1. So you want to have done that 3 times in total. And then on the last block that you placed, you're going to want to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And it is starting to get slightly dark and relatively hard to see the black. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to sleep and then I'm going to come back. Alright, so I remember vaguely going up by 13. So this top block here, 1 away from the top and to the left of it, so here, you want to go down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on that last block you placed, you want to go left 1, down 1. And then you want to build on top of the 2 that you've just done by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is what you want to have. You can see the shape that I've made. Excellent. Now, on top of the original 13, the line, I think it is 13, line of 13, it's something like that. There's a 3 in it, I'm positive. You want to do an upright diagonal, and then you just want to bring it down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're just kind of building up around the sword, and we're building up around his shell, like the chest part of his shell part of his chest. I don't know how to describe that. So then, what you want to do is, now, 1 away from the bottom of the row that you can see anyway. You can see where you're supposed to build this. You just want to place a black there, and then you want to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. Now we're just going to do this little bit here. So this is on the next row, so kind of like coming up diagonally from here. You just want to go across by 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to put that one black one in like that. We're not going to make the sword just yet. Actually, we might put some of the black in. No, we won't put some of the black in just yet. No, you know what? Actually, we will. So you want to come back. So this is what you should have, obviously, minus the turtle wall in the background. And you want to come to this block here, and you want to do an up left diagonal, one to the left of it. Then you want to do 2 on top of what you've already done, and then go to the left by 2. And then the last block that you place, you want to do an up left diagonal and go up by 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you want to come back to this original row of 4 here, and starting from the right, go to the left by 1, 2, 3. And then you want to, the 2 most right blocks, you want to build those up, put like 2 rows of 2 on top of them. And then from the left block, you want to just do 1 to the left, then go up by 3. And then from this right block here, just 1 on top. And then we're going to do, well, this is what you're supposed to have, as you can see. Pause out where you have to. And then from the last block that I just placed here, you just want to do diagonals. You want to do 1 diagonal, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you want to do 1 on top of the 7th. And then you want to go back to diagonals. Then you want to do 1, 2, 3, 1 on top, upright diagonal, upright diagonal, 1 on top, upright diagonal. Then we're going to do something a little different. We're going to put 2 lime green on top. And then from the lime green, you want to do an upright diagonal, and you want to do a black to the right of it. And this is what we've done. You can see that that's a lot of diagonals, but let me see if I can. So here you go, you started off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 single ones, a double. 2 single ones, a double. 1 single one, a double. 1 single one, the lime green, and then the white and the black. So here's a zoomed out view of it. Pause it if you have to. Let's move on to the next part. So we're going to put a little bit more of the black in, and then we're probably going to do the swords, maybe. Right. So you can see where I am. You've got the same 4 front blocks as I have. So from the top right here, you just want to go to the right one, down 2, and go to the top of it, and then you want to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 on top of the 3 blocks that you already had. So that row should be a total of 12. And then, well, let's veer off a little bit. So continuing on from the line that we just did, you want to do an up left diagonal, 1 up, 1 to the left, 1 up, and 1 to the left. And we'll actually leave it at there. And we will continue on making some of his like chest plate. Well, I suppose you could call it a chest plate. So go to the bottom of the huge line that you've just done, and you just want to go to the right one, and then you just want to build it up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you want a total of 9 next to it, but you know, then the 1 and the 8. So from the bottom of what you've just done, of the most recent row, you want to do a bottom right diagonal, and then build on top of it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a total of 7, I believe. So from the bottom of the row you've just made, you want to do 3 blacks going right, and then you want to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you want to go left 2, so it all joins up, and then just fill in a little section like that. And then what you can do from the rectangle that you've just made, on the most outer block going to the right, you can just do 1 underneath it and then a bottom left diagonal with the black, like that. And then on top of the row, the most far right row, you just want to do 1 to the right and then 1, 2, 3 going down. Then what you can do on the, still going right, you can do start from the top, or do an upright diagonal and then 1, 2, 3 going down. And then you can see here it's just like 1 away from the bottom here, so you can just do 1 there, 2, 3, 4. It's 1 away from the bottom again, 1, 2, 3, 4, as we're just kind of building up a diagonal. Again, 1 away from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've just went up. Let me just show you what we've kind of made. Like that. So like I said, you should have just went up 6, but it should have been a total... Sorry. Jesus. That's a total of 7 in that row. Let me just turn this off, otherwise it will just happen again. There we go. Sorry about that. So from the row that you've just made, 1 away from the bottom again, or upright diagonal from it, you just want to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you went up a total of 12, I believe, but you went up 11 from the original block here, but it should be a row of 12. And I'm going to sleep, and then I'll be back shortly. Alright, so the last thing I did was like 1 away from the bottom. I placed 1, and then went up 11, or 12 I believe it was. So from the top of the line, let me just take a bit of a gander, see how, if I go left I can kind of cut it off. So starting from the top left of the row that you just made, you just want to go 1 to the left, 3 down. Go to the top again, 1 left, 2 down. Top again, 1 left, 2 down. And then starting from the bottom of the row, you just want to go 1 to the left, 3 going up. Then what you can do from the top here, you can go to the left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then under that 12 that you've just made, you can just do the same again with the black. So you've just got 2 rows of 12. Then starting from the right here, you can see the right here, where that is. You just want to go to the left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the black. And then starting from the left, underneath this block here, you just want to do 1, 2, 3, 4 black underneath. You can see how I mean kind of just boxing it in, instead of, if we went that way then I'd be making up to his face. But this is what you want to have. Then you want to go on top of the left here, and you kind of just want to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to the right of it, you want to go up by 1, 2, 3. Right again, 1, 2, right again, just 1. So you've just got a bit of a diagonal pattern there. And then go to the right here, and you want to find the 1, 2, 3, the third block, then do a black on top of it. Then you want to do an up left diagonal. Then you want to do 1 on top, and then 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you want to go up 1, left 1, up 2, right 2, and then 2 bottom right diagonals. Like that. Need some water, sorry. So you've got the... So, just to kind of zoom out. I know it kind of blends in, the black on the right, a little bit. But this is what you want to have for that top part. And this is what you should have in total. I mean, again, it's a little hard to see, I suppose. But you should, well, you should know whether it's right or not, I hope. Kind of hope. Right. So, now that that black bit's finished, we're going to see if we can finish just about all of the rest of the black, and then we can start putting in colours, and then it's not really too long from there. So, back to this original row of 12, I think it is. You want to start from the top, and you just want to go down on the right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 7th block, just go to the right one, and then go back to the left, and then go down by a further 2. So you've done that, like that. And then you want to go to the top here. You want to do an upright diagonal. Then you want to go down by 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to go to the top again, and you want to build to the right and go down by 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a row of 4, so you'd go to the right one and then down 3, but it's a total of 4 anyway. And then, starting from the bottom of the row that you just made, you want to do an upright diagonal, or place the block so it is upright diagonal from it, and then go up by 1, 2, 3. Then, from the last block that you've just placed, you want to place 1 to the right, and then 1 below it, and 1 above it. And then, the middle block of the 3 that you've just placed, you just want to place a black block to the right of it, and you want to go up by 1, 2, 3, then you want to do 1 to the right. So this is what you've made. Like that. I need more water again. Right, so once you've done that, you want to go to the last block that you placed, which would be this one. You want to do an upright diagonal, you want to do 2 black on top. Then, you want to do an upright diagonal, and you want to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the black. So you've got a total of 6 black in one row, like that, but you've done 1 and then the 5 on top. Shouldn't be too difficult from here. So from the top of the black row that you've just made, you want to go 1 to the left, and you want to go down by 1, 2, 3. And then you want to go to the bottom. You want to do an up left diagonal and place it so it's up left diagonal from where it is. Then you want to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to go left 1 and do a bottom left diagonal. And then from the bottom of the row that you're on here, you just want to go left 1, up 1. Then carrying on from the original row, you want to go left by 3. Then up 1, like that. And this is what you want to have. That's kind of a weird shape. And that's what you want to have anyway. Like that. And then you want to come back to here. And you can see where you've got to place it, so kind of like 2 underneath here, and then you want to go and carry the row on. You want to go to the left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. And no, I was going to say it might be easy to put the blue in now, but not really, no. well, maybe here, I guess. So on top of the last block that you placed, on top of the left part of this row here, you want to place a dark blue on top, and then you want to do 3 up left diagonals with the dark blue, like that. Give you a little bit of time, and that might just make this little next part easier. So then, underneath the dark blue that you just placed, you just want to do, a black underneath there. Then you kind of want to go around the outside of the blue, like that, underneath it. And now let's put the eye holes in. So, to the right of the most bottom dark blue, 2 black. Then you want to do black on top of all of the dark blue except the top one. And the second to last, or the one before the last, yeah, second to last dark blue, you just want to have 2 black blocks on top. And then you want to come back down to here. As you can see, you just want to do an upright diagonal with the black, and then you want to do 3 up left diagonals with the black, and that's kind of just highlighting his other eye hole for his mask. Now I know that I didn't explain that very well, but you can see quite clearly what I've done and what you'd have to do as well, so I'm just going to give you like 3 seconds, make sure you can pause it, and continue on like that. Right, so from the most far black out here, with this little blue next to it, you want to go to the left by 2. Then on the last block that you placed, you want to go up 1, do a black block either side. Then you want to do 3 on top of what you've already done, like you just want to add another layer of 3 on top, and you want to carry it out to the left by 1, like that. Then on top of the last spot you placed, you want to do a black on top, 2 black to the right, but 3 black to the left, and then you want to go 1 down, so like this. And then what you want to do, you want to come all the way to the left here, and you want to place a black on top, and then you want to go to the right by 1, 2, 3, 4 with the black, like that. And it's starting to get slightly dark again, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep. Right, so we were just about here. Alright, so on top of the next row, you want to miss 1 from the left, so you're on top of the second block, like coming from the left, and you want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black going to the right. And underneath the last block that you placed, you want to do 1 black underneath it, and then a bottom right diagonal with the black, like that. And then you want to treat this on top of the next row. You want to find the 3rd block going to the right, then you want to place 1 black on top of it, 2 black going to the right. So you've just put 3 on top of this row here. And then you want to, let me just see if it's smarter coming from another direction or not. Not particularly, no. Right, so then what you want to do is, on top of these 2 here, you can see where I am. You just want to do 2 black on top, 1 black up here, 1 black up here, and here. My speech is going, it's been half an hour. And then, going to the right from this black block here, you want to go 1, 2, 3 to the right. And then, underneath the 3rd block that you placed, aka this one, you want to go down 2, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 2, like that. And then what you want to do is, from the last block that you placed, you want to go down 1, left 1, but then you want to go right 2, down 1, and then you want to go to the right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you want to have that. And then, on the right side of the 6 that you've just placed, you want to do an upright diagonal, and you want to go to the right by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then on the end here, on the last block you place, you want to go up 1, left 1, then right 1, either side of it. And you want to go up 2 from the last block that you placed. Then you want to do an up left diagonal, 1 on top, up left diagonal, 1 to the left, up left diagonal, up left diagonal, and then you want to go to the left from that up left diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. Then you want to do a bottom left diagonal, and you want to go left 2. Then from the last block you placed, you want to go down 1, left 3, and you've kind of joined up from the other side. What we've just done is made like the top of Leonardo's head, like that. We've not got that much black to put in, and then all we have to do is a sword, and then a couple of the other colours, and hopefully this won't go over 45 minutes. It's already 30 minutes, which is crazy. So, once you've done the head like that, hopefully that's easy enough to see. Let's just do his little part of his mask here. So on top of these two end black blocks here, you just want to build them up like that. Then you want to build them out going left 2, up 1, left 1, up 2. Next to the 2 that you've just built, you just want to do 2 more. Then on top, then left of the top row, you just want to go left 1. And then you kind of want to make a 2x2 cube on top of the left 2 blocks, like that. Then on top of the left block, on top of the highest top left block here, you want to go up 1, left 1, up 2, right 2. Then you want to do a bottom right diagonal, go right 3. Then you want to do a bottom right diagonal, down 1, bottom left diagonal, down 1, right 1, down 1. And then well, that's what you should have. And then we've just got to put a little bit of detailing in his mask. So these 4 here, as you can see, underneath the middle 2, you just want to do like a 2x2 square like that. And then from the right one here, you want to do black underneath, like that, so it all joins together nicely. And then you want to go down to this 4 here. As you can see, you just want to place 1 black there, and then 1 block there, so it kind of so it's kind of there diagonally, and that's what you want to have for the little part of his mask, like I don't know what you'd call them, like what you pull together, the extra bits, like that. And like I said, we are just about done with the black, which is nice, and then there's not that much more to do, not that much more. Well, there's a fair amount to do, but you know, it doesn't matter. Then, well, let's start here, shall we? So on the right part of his head, as you can see, there's these 3 blocks here. Middle one, you just want to do a black one to the right. Then you want to do a bottom right diagonal, and you want to go down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a total of 8, but 7 down from the first block placed. Then you want to go to the top again, top of the row that you just made, 1 to the right, 2 underneath it, 2 on top. Then on the last block that you just placed, you want to do 1 black to the right, and then you want to do 3 bottom right diagonals, 1, 2, 3. Then you want to go down 1, and we should have most of the black here. Yeah, we do. So that's what you've just made, just to show you that. There you go. Then there's just 1 more block of black, I believe, which is here. So you remember that 44 that you did? Well, I suppose it was 43 on top of the 1. You just want to do 1 black on top of it. Like that. Now, what can we do? We shall put the sword in, then we shall put the lime green in, then the blue, and then we'll put all of the dark green. It's going to be hilarious. So, you know, I suppose I'll just show you what you've made. If you're making it along this, I'll be surprised. I imagine this is the only one that I'll be doing, but you know, you might be able to see vaguely what I've done, what I've went over, like that. So, I'm going to start from the bottom of the sword here. So this weird shape here, remember how we kind of how we built it some black? Well, we're gonna build up some lime green. So, you'll be able to see where we start right here. I'll start with lime green, and you just want to place lime green on top of the black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a double there. There. I didn't really know how to explain what I was doing, but on the second like double black here, you just want to do 2 white on top. Then like on the next single black, you just want to do another lime green, and then you want to do on the next double black, which is this one, 2 white going up. Top of the next single black, just 1 lime green like that. Then that lime green that you just placed, you want to do an upright diagonal of the lime green. Then you want to do 2 white on top. Then you want to do a lime green wall to the right of the white. Then you want to do 1 white wall on top of the lime green. Then you want to do an upright diagonal with the white wall. Then you want to place 1 on top. Then you want to do 1 lime green to the right of the white that you've just done. Then you want to do 2 white wall on top of the lime green. Then you want to do 1 upright diagonal with the white, and if you have hit the end of the pick slot, then you have done it right. So let me show you what you should have done. And well, I'll sleep first, and then I'll show you this. There's a little time left on the sun, but I'll be back in a sec anyway. Alright, so I know that that's a very panned out view of it, but you should still be able to count the lime greens in there, and then when you swapped the whites and then lime greens again and all that, there's not more than, you know, 2 blocks used in succession, so hopefully not too much trouble, one would hope. Right, what you want to do now? So we're just going to continue building up. We're just going to build from like the bottom up to the top. Why not? May as well. I imagine there's a few different ways of doing it. This is one that I'm choosing. So now, on top of the lime green, this is how it's going to go. So I think I know how I'm going to do this. So, you know, starting from the bottom lime green here, you just want to place a white on top of every single lime green like this. 1 on top of the double, that's the first double. Just 1 on top of every single lime green, and then, like this one, you can see where. So like the single like black, like in between 2 doubles here, that already has lime green on top. You just want to do 2 white going upwards, so it like conjoins with that white there. And then it gets a little tricky again. And then on top of this white, this single white next to this black, you want to do a lime green on top. Then on top of the lime green here, you can see 1 white on top, then a lime green wool on top of it. Then on top of this double white, you want to do 1 lime green on top. On top of this single white, 2 lime green, double white, 2 lime green, double white here, 2 lime green. Then on top of this single white, just a lime green. I mean, you should hopefully, I hope you'll be able to see that. I know that I went a little fast there, but honestly, this is giving me a massive headache. So yeah, maybe I'll just take a little bit of break at the next sleep or something. But there you go. That's what you want to have for the next little row there. And then what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to do the lime green here, like the lime green on the other side of the sword. So you should be able to see where it starts on your pixel art with the lime green next to the black here. So you just want to do one lime green next to the black. Then you want to do an upright diagonal with the lime green. One up, one to the right, one up, one to the right, two up on top of the block that you just placed. Then from the bottom, an upright diagonal, two going up. From the bottom of this row, upright diagonal, two going up. From the top block, one to the right, two going up, one to the right, one going up, one to the right, two going up, one to the right, one going up. Let me show you. I made this. I should have showed you like halfway through on the other side as well, but there you go. That's what you want to have with the lime green so far. Hopefully you shouldn't have any trouble seeing that. Let me just restart my music. There we go. So you want to go back up to where you were building lime green from. We're not finished yet. Then, well, we may as well just do this. On top of the two lime green that you've made, just do a dark green. And then, right to the dark green, you want to go one with the lime green, then two on top. Right one, three on top. Right one, two on top. From the middle block, you just want to go right one, two on top. From the middle block of this row, right one, and then you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 on top. And then the block next to the top one, you just want to go right one, 2 up, right one, 3 up, like that. So I believe, yep, can fit most of it in there. Like that. As you may be able to remember, we started building this part from the dark green there. Just about built up his sword. After the whites in, it should be all nice and easy because we've just got dark green to put in. Right. So back to where we were. We've got the tip of the sword. I kind of missed this part out, not on purpose, by the way. It just happened. So we'll start building from here. The block second to the top, you want to go right one, up by 1, 2, 3, 4, right one, and then up by 1, 2. Go to the right one, up 1, left 1, up 2. Kind of like snake. And that should have stopped there nicely. And then you can see the black here. You can see where the green's supposed to go, but you know, from the top little single indent here, you just want to place a lime green. Down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 1. Then you want to come to the bottom part here, where the row of 44 is. Place a lime green on top, 1 to the left, 2 lime green on top of this of the 44. So you know you've got the black and then you've got the 3 lime green, and then you can see where the lime green is. Just go to the left one with dark green, then 1 with the lime, then just go 2 up. And then carrying on the original row of what I suppose is 48 by now, you just want to do 2 dark green on top, then 1 lime green, like that. So that's the top part of the sword. You should be able to see that, hopefully. Like that. Right. Next part. We're continuing on with the sword. So starting from underneath the lime green that we've just placed, is where we're going to be starting. So, you know, starting from the bottom here, the first block, you just want to do one white under it. Then you just want to just like go up diagonally with the white, and you want to do a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those. Just placing it underneath like each step of lime green. So you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 6 of them. Then on the 7th it's a little higher. On the 8th it's a double, like coming down, so it touches the white diagonally. On the 8th it's the same thing again. On the 9th it's a double. It's 2, but it doesn't touch anything. On the 10th, double again. And then what you can do from this point is, the 10th that you've just done, on the top block of it, you can just go to the right one, up 2, right one, up 3. Then, from the second top block, you can go right one, up 2. Then from the middle block of the of that last row, right one, up 2, right one, up 3. Then the block, second way from the top, right one, up 3, right one, up 2, right one, up 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. I didn't stop halfway and show you it, but hopefully, well, I can do that manually. Screw it. So it doesn't have to be whilst done. That's like the first half of the white bit there. Then the second half. Make sure I can get it all in like that. Second half is there. Pause that if you have to. Now let's see if we can do the rest of this white before it gets a bit too dark. So, going up to the right bit here, in between like the dark green and the lime green here, you just want to do 2 white, kind of make it even, and screw it. You can see where it is. Then you know, you just want to place white there, kind of make it like a flat surface, and then you just want to kind of build that flat surface up until you hit here, and then just fill in this little top bit with white to make the tip of the sword. I'll show you that after I come back, but what I need is to both sleep and take a little bit of a break, because this is long. Alright, so I took a bit of a break, managed to get rid of my headache for now. This is killing me. This pixel art is killing me. Bit dramatic. Dying from Minecraft. So all we have to do really, we'll put the blue in. We'll put that little bit of white in that I can see there. We'll put the lime green in. And then we will put all of the dark green in. So let's put the blue in first. So you can see with the blue, pretty easy. You can see exactly where it goes. It'll be easier if we just put the eyes in. So you can see here, it's got the eyes at the top of the mask. We'll go like top to bottom, filling in these colours. Just put the eyes in. So that's the right eye. Pause if you have to. The left eye. Pause if you have to. I mean, it's pretty much, you just do in between the lines. You don't go above, you don't go outside, and you'll be pretty much fine. And then I'm just going to fill all in between the lines of the mask and that bit, and it might take a little bit, so I'm going to pause it here, and I'll be back. Right, so there you go. That's the blue that goes into the mask. It's pretty much in between the lines. You shouldn't have any trouble, you know, distinguishing where you've got to put it. Of course, you won't have the green in the background like I do, showing me where I have to put stuff. But you know, hopefully, it shouldn't be too difficult anyway. I'm trying to cut out as much as I can here, and I'm not helping the situation by talking. So you should have a massive blank section here. I'm just gonna put the blue in, and hopefully you should be able to read in between the lines of where you're supposed to put it. I mean, you won't have the green like I said, and you won't have the blue showing you where exactly, but if I give you that, you shouldn't have any trouble, hopefully. I shouldn't imagine so. So, you know, pause that if you have to, put that in. There's a little bit down here. So, near the sword, you should have a little section like this, and you just want to put the dark blue in. You can see how it lines up, where it lines up with the black and the black there. Pause that if you have to. And then we've got a little bit of white, you know. So let me just zoom out and show you. That's all of the blue that there is in the pixel art. So you can see there's a tiny little bit at the bottom that I just did. There's the chest plate that I just did. There's the mask. That's pretty much it. And then we come down to here, and there's a little bit of white that I missed. So you should have no bother finding it. It's in the little section below the blue here, and it's just in the corners there. Just the free white in the corners, like that. And now it is all lime green and dark green, and these sections are going to be slightly tricky, I guess. Especially for me, I don't know how I'm going to put them in exactly. I suppose. I mean, you can see what I can see, so you know, let's just do it. So this third row here, you know, the lime green, it wants to just come up and it wants to go as far as the black. And then when you reach the top, you just want to do one lime green to the right, one lime green up, and that sorts it for that little section there, like that. And then for this little bit here, I'm just going to put it in on the left here, because you can see, in contrast with the black, you should be able to see, I mean, the shape, you can see like the space that it leaves, and you've got that bit on the left. You should have no problem putting that in either, I think. And the same for the, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to put it in, and I'm going to show you. I'm just gonna put all of the lime green in, and I'm gonna run through it. I don't see how. No, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come back. Alright, so what I've done is I've put the 4 sections of green that there actually is in the pixel art. Now hear me out. I usually end up like this on all of my other pixel arts as well. Once the actual outline's done, and once there's a couple of other colours introduced, and especially the fact that there is the green in the background that you can quite plainly see, you've got all of the information you need, just hopefully by looking at the colour you want to put in, to actually be able to put it in. And I can't explain any better than you using your eyes to see where it's supposed to go. So here, this is the first section that's been added in. You can see on this bottom bit, you can see where the holes, you can see between the gaps and the green in the background and everything, you can see, and if you know, using the outline of the black and everything, you should have no trouble whatsoever. None. So that's the bottom bit here. I don't know whether I added any green in there, but you can see, if so, then it's just those 3 blocks that you couldn't see. Pause if you have to. And then there's this little section here. Again, let me get a better, that's a little better angle. There you go. Pause if you have to. Then there's section 3 here, which is pretty much the biggest section that I added. That is, I will grant you, you know, slightly more well, it's not even, I suppose you could say slightly more difficult to put in than the other parts, but you know, that's the whole bit, and this is the left bit, which I'm looking at, which could cause a little bit of trouble. There you go, pause that if you have to. And then this top bit here of his dome, no trouble. I mean, you should have no trouble. There you go. So, you know, you'll have just wanted to pause those sections where you had to, add in the green. Hopefully no problems there. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect. With the lime green, it's more just highlights anyway. You'll get the real effect when the back colour, the dark green, is added in. Now, I need to zip away and I need to find out how long that black bar is and the length of the green row on the left. So, I'm going to be back in a sec. Alright, so I figured out the information that I needed. The next part of this, once you've got all of the colours but the dark green in on here, the next part is to build this little black line here. Now, whilst I'm not going to do it like on recording, trust me when I tell you that this is roughly 95 blocks high. It doesn't have to be that much, it just has to be about 90, 95, anywhere between there, maybe even higher. You can go higher than 90, but it needs to be a minimum of that. So let me just quick build it to the top. And there is 4 rows of that. So, you know, consider this a first row, and then you just want to do 3 next to it of, you know, 90 plus blocks. Because you need it as high as 90 because of Raphael and, well, just pretty much Raphael, because you want them all to be even. So, you know, 95, those 3, those 4 rows right next to where the sword ends. Which should make the top of the bandana, the most far left part of the pixel art, should make the top of the bandana about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. About 20 blocks on top of the bandana, or headband, or head eye thingy, mask, that's it, mask. About there, I might have counted wrong, so, you know, it might be 93. But the point is to make it plus 90, and then just, you know, kind of give yourself a big giant square to colour in. So that's why I've done that. So just to reiterate, because this bit is slightly important, the 4 blocks of black that will go next to, you know, next to the turtle, Leonardo, to, you know, separate him from, you know, whoever you decide to make next to him, will be 4 blocks thick. And, or, you know, slightly, you know, let's make it 1 block thick for all I care, but it needs to be about 90, 93, 95, something like that. Which will make that about 20 plus on top, and then just, you know, connect it all together and give yourself this. Now, luckily it is nighttime, because all that is left, that giant top section, this underneath section, all of the little nooks and crannies in this pixel art left so far, is just dark green wool. This is going to take a long time. I'm going to be back after I've filled it all in, and it will be daytime by then, trust me. So I'll be back. Alright, so what I've done is I've added the extra 3 rows of black on the right hand side. I've filled the sword in with the dark green, I've filled the mouth in, I've filled all of the little nooks and crannies in with dark green, I've filled the 2 giant spaces, I've filled everything in that wasn't already filled in with dark green, essentially. And that is everything. Now, I imagine very few people, a lot of people will make it to the end of the video maybe to have a look at what it looks like at the end, which is the exact same as it looks at the beginning. But, you know, the amount of people that I make this, I'll be surprised if there's one guy that manages to finish this. But if it gets enough interest, if enough people want me to make the others, I will, but I don't see me making this one, you know, making another one. It's just too long. And I warned you, oh, I warned you. Well, there you go, there he is in all of his glory. Thanks for watching if you did, and see ya. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, maybe you should check out some of my other stuff. I've made plenty of pixel art, YouTubers, houses, tomahawks, tanks, the list goes on. And if you're interested in becoming a YouTube partner, hit up the link in the description.